I'll say something like, "What is good, peeps? It's your boy Conarly back with another video, and today I'm joined with a very special guest, my friend LeoMic. What's good, LeoMic?
Hey, what's going on, man? Glad to be here. Good to see you, bro.
Good to see you too. Yo, LeoMic is a South Floridian based rapper, half Italian, half Colombian. He specializes in boom bap hip hop. He has been rapping as long as I known him. He's actually a close friend of mine.
Yeah,
Um, yeah, we started rapping in your in your garage.
yeah.
Yeah,
I was a freshman. Yeah,
yeah,
I mean, I
and
was rapping a little bit before that, but yeah, you and I connected back when I was a freshman, and you're one of the first people that I ever ciphered with, man.
yeah,
It's been a
brother,
long time.
long time coming. But now, all those years later, LeoMic has like blown my mind with what you're doing in music. Strapped up the boots and said he's gonna hit the ground running, freaking from a tour in Japan to multiple releases on all streaming platforms, uh, building a name inside South Florida's music scene and underground scene. Also teaming up with Cyph and Sesh and creating a whole new movement. Like, how proud do you feel right now to be Mr. LeoMic?
I mean, shoot, man, when you listen like that, it sounds pretty good.
It's the freaking truth, man.
Um, a long time coming, bro. Just what can I say, man? Piece by piece, just I'm a busy guy, but whatever time I do have, I like to be productive with it and whatever I'm working on. So music has been a big focus in the past like 5 to 6 years. So for my personal stuff that I've done, like Leo Mike, it's like solely Leo Mike stuff to different collaborations on either songs or events. I met up with a good group of guys. We have a team, Cyph and Sesh, which rapping wise, we're all, in my opinion, pretty phenomenal. And then just the work that we do on stage and off the stage, it kind of, I mean, it speaks for itself. You know what I'm saying? We've created this network of artists of all kinds, MCs, singers, rappers, visual artists, sculptors, painters, a bunch of stuff. If you like to express yourself a certain way, you know what I'm saying? Siphon Sesh is a useful conglomerate, and I mean, it feels pretty good, man. It feels pretty good. I'm just trying to keep the momentum rolling. I have a song that is gonna come out this month called "Get the Collect the Greens," produced by DJ Savvy the Dreamer. So, I mean, to answer your question, man, it feels pretty good. It's a little bit surreal when you lay it out how you just laid it out, but
Yeah,
but it's nice, man. I'm just trying to keep pace and stay consistent. That's really it.
good. Um, yeah, I gave a small little intro about your background, but yeah, tell me about your background. Tell me about like where you're from, where you grew up, how you got into music. Tell me about what inspired you to like become Leo Mike.
Yo, man. So where I'm from Broward County, Florida, man. 954. That's the area code. We stretch all the way from Hollandale Boulevard to fucking Hillsboro on the north side, and all the way out to Weston to Fort Lauderdale, man. That's my home. I love it. You mentioned it before. My family's a culturally mixed family. I'm Colombian and Italian German. Um, but I'm American. You know what I mean? I'm American. I'm American cultured, and that's one reason why I fell in love with hip hop. Well, one, my father, uh, Colombian. He when he came to the States, he loved music, and he loved American music. So that includes, I mean, you name it. You know what I'm saying? Like Motown, jazz, rock and roll, of course, different eras of rock and roll. So growing up, I had a huge like library of music that I would be able to that I was in contact with.
And you get
Cause
to listen to all of that stuff just right then and there.
dude, Stevie, you name it, dude. Stevie Wonder, Desiree, oh my goodness, Phil Collins. You know what I'm saying? Billy Joel. Like, I mean, this way diverse. You know what I mean? From vinyl records to cassettes to CDs. Um, it was just so I was blessed in that sense that my father was such a musical guy. He didn't play an instrument, but he just loved music. Um,
Music buff.
yeah, dude. Like, I mean, he still has the collection of vinyls and cassettes. We don't really play the cassettes no more, but we play the vinyls still. Carlos Santana, bro, you name it. Like, my father probably had it. So anyway, so I listened to a diverse selection of music, and as I got older, it's like coming into my own identity of who I am. I started liking things that I like. I had a great bass, and when the first hip hop song I had ever heard was "This Is How We Do" from, or at least that I can remember. You know what I mean? That like fucking stood out and I left a mark where I was like, oh wow, I like this. You know what I mean? Was "This Is How We Do" from Montel Jordan, if I'm not mistaken, and which is actually a sample from a Slick Rick song called "Child Story." You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And anyways, just the way the song starts out, from the moment I heard it, I was like, what is this? I fucking love this. So since then, I've I dabbled in hip hop. Was a listener at first, didn't really know what I was listening to. I just know that I like the sound and the feel of everything.
Yeah.
So as time went on, I started getting familiar with these artists and with their stories, because it's very important, because art is just a reflection or an expression of oneself. So the more you listen to somebody, I mean, you hope that what you're listening to is a authentic, like genuine expression of themselves, so you can get a grasp and kind of relate to who the artist is. So as time went on, I found people that I liked and I listened to, and like I would listen to music all day, kind of like how my dad did, But now what I listened to had changed, because it was more personal to me. It wasn't just a palette that was handed to me. I was somewhat like creating my own palette. Yeah. And yeah, bro. So I mean, ever since then, that I've always been a hip hop fan since that moment, and I really started partaking in like contributing to hip hop when I was in middle school. I had this like team of guys. Like, they invited me in because I was a new guy in school, and they wanted to make a rap group, and I was like, cool. You know what I'm saying? I just wanted some friends. You know what I'm saying? Because I was in a new school, new area.
Yeah.
And I liked hip hop, and but I hadn't really like dove into really rapping or writing.
Yeah.
But that was my first experience of like, yo, this is being on a team, and they're like, yo, this is what we're gonna do, and they had like assignments. We had to write a verse a week, and we would gather around and we would share. Now, did it last very long? It didn't last very long. You know what I'm saying? We was in middle school, things happened. We were friends, but like there was no like checks and balances, right? So time went on. When I got into high school is when I really started like hunkering down myself and started like writing, because I'm also a big fan or a big buff on history and literature. Like I love a good story. And history is just a story of people before us. You know what I mean? And then just the art of writing, I just really have a thing for it. Poetry as well. So I started experimenting and doing some poetry and rapping. Didn't really share it, but I was like dabbling in it a lot. Um, and yeah, and then since then, I just always did it, and then I always was very fascinated with the ability to freestyle, and which is like instant composition. You know what I mean? Some people's definition of freestyle is different. Some people think or feel that a verse that is unclaimed, like doesn't have a beat, that can be a freestyle, and that's cool. But
That's right.
I personally don't feel like that's a true freestyle. I mean, you and I both know,
Yeah, you better
like,
stay off the dome.
yeah,
Oh,
instant composition. You know
exactly.
what I mean? But sometimes you catch a flow and that shit's amazing. Sometimes you don't, and it's like not.
You're trying to catch it. You're looking around for it.
You know what I mean? Yeah, precise. It be like that sometimes. But the more and more you do it, the more and more you're able to catch it. And matter of fact, you just carry it with you. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
And so that, and yeah, you being one of the first people I ever ciphered with, man, I just love it. You know what I'm saying? That I love, because when you're able to come up with when you come up with a flow on like in that moment,
Yeah.
it's like having a baby. You know what I mean? It's like a newborn baby. And everybody's response to it, when that shit hits, like just everybody's like, what? Like, yo, is this guy just coming up with? I love it.
I love that moment when you get that one bar that everyone reacts to. You're reacting to it, but you're like, I have to keep on going. Because the next bar has to come out after that fucking fire. I don't even know how I said that shit right there.
Don't even,
you're like, I want to keep it going, but you're getting too excited about I love that moment.
Yeah, you gotta stay focused, man. You gotta stay focused. Reminisce after, let everybody else reminisce, because they're gonna come back and be like, yo, what the fuck was that? And you're gonna be like, I mean, you could either be humble or you play it cool.
I don't even know, man. Yeah, just a little something my brain came up with.
Like, what, you expect anything less? You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man. So yeah, that's what where I come from and how I kind of like embarked on this hip hop journey, bro.
Give me 1 second. This thing looking like it's running out of battery. Not you. Calm down. I know you got battery. But you can still hear me, right, though?
Yeah, I hear you.
Microphone's on it.
That mic is nice.
Grab this drink. You coming back in? Come on, Poppy. Where you going, heavy breathing ass? Oh, that's right. It was dying. They don't really give that much of a hey, I'm about to die. You back? There we go. Spit rhyming spitters.
Spit rhyming spitters.
Let's talk about your name. LeoMic. Where did you get LeoMic from?
Yeah. Oh man. That should be a segment in itself, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, you should ask rappers, what was your first hip hop name? Because LeoMic was not the first name that I had.
No.
Nah, where did LeoMic come from? So I had some names before, and as sure or unsure of those in those points in time as I was, LeoMic just fit because it was short. It's 2 syllables, and it's kind of sums itself up. You know what I mean? So LeoMic. I mean, I'm a Leo. I'm born in July, and I spit on the microphone. So I was like, LeoMic. Just boom. That's it. Too easy, easy to remember, easy to introduce. Some of these other names that I had, because I like underground hip hop. Like that's my shit. Like Jedi Mind Tricks, Immortal Technique, Diabolic, Aesop Rock, Atmosphere, Tech Nine. You know what I'm saying? They're.
Yeah, everyone's got these cool names, and you're like, I want to fit in the stratosphere.
Yo, I want a cool fucking name.
Exactly.
I was trying to think of like my first hip hop name was Comedy.
Comedy?
Right, but spelled like comma, like COMA, and then D.
Comedy.
I thought it was cool, but then as I got older, I was like, nah, this is not cool. I can't go up there and do this. And I had a couple others. And then LeoMic was just simple, you know, it was simple. That's really why. It was simple and it fit.
It fits when it's simple, you know.
You know,
it just makes sense.
I'm a lion on the mic. That's the whole, like, you know, that's how I try and step on stage. Try to be ferocious.
Do you know how I got Conarly?
No.
Rough.
Oh shit.
I've had a few names as well. I've had a few. Look, first name was Speckies.
Speckies, because you had glasses?
Because I had glasses. Speckies. Yo, My name is Speckies. I can't even remember the rap that goes with it. Yo, my name is Spectral, because I got potential to be the hardest rapper for the London's hard general. Rhyming, enough timing, they see me shining. I can't remember the end of it. But it's something like that.
Intro. So that's an acapella you spit when you go on stage?
This is when I was young. Not. Jeez. I want professional. Carve my camera. Why don't you? All right, now it should be. Oh, now you're saying over here. Cool. Do you know what I'm gonna do? I'm probably just gonna cut the cam and use the other cam. Cut
okay.
it. Boom. Okay. Right here. Just make sure this is nice and clean. There we go. Yeah, so I had the name Speckies. After
Is that a British thing?
Pardon?
Is that like a British thing?
I guess Specsavers is where I got my glasses, and Speckies, I don't know. Really don't know where he came
I wonder
up with that
why you just stop at specs, but you said speckies. Is the E's a British thing?
No, it's not. I don't know. That's literally why I called myself. I think then I went by Connie D at one point.
Right on.
Then I moved over to Conweezy. And when I was Conweezy, I made a track with my neighbor. And I said, if I make this track with you, you cannot tell anybody this track, okay? He's like, don't worry, it's cool. It's just between me and you. At the end of me finishing that track, his whole band, he was in a rock band, whole band came over. They go, "Oh, you made a song? Let's listen to it." I was like, "Nah, I don't want you to listen to it." They're like, "Come on, let's listen. Come on." After some peer pressure, I said, "Sure, you can listen," and they ripped me a fucking new one.
Damn.
Roasted me so hard, and I said, "Damn." I never felt that shame before, you know, until this point. I said, "This is never gonna happen again, ever." Went home right then and there, and then I was like, "What can my name be?" And I just was like, Con something. I said, Conarly. I said, "Yo, my name is Conarly. Why? Cause I'm so gnarly, totally fly. Yeah, your boy's awesome. You can find me in Coconut Creek like Dawson." I said, "Oh, I like that Conarly. It just rhymes with, like, you can rhyme some stuff on the end of that, and it kind of hits hard." So I've always been Conarly since the age of like 15.
Conweezy died, huh?
Yeah, R.I.P.
Damn, man, I'm sorry you had that experience, but it's good, man. We face those experiences to emerge better, you know.
Exactly.
And Conarly was born.
Conarly was born.
Damn, so they dissed your baby like that, huh? That's like somebody showcasing their newborn, and they're like, "Yo, that's an ugly fucking baby." You're like, bitch, I smacked the shit out of you right now.
That didn't stop happening until years later. I would show so many people different beats I've made, different tracks, and it'd just be like, "Buddy, pack it in. It's done. Don't even have a career in this." I'm like, I really like music. I said, I'm gonna keep on fighting as hard as I can, to the point that when I first made like a fire ass track, and I said, "Oh, nobody can tell me anything on this," you know. I think Easy Day was that track when I was like, "All right, who's gonna say anything? Who's gonna fucking say anything to Easy Day?" And I spit on that shit. Yeah, and I said, "I'm gonna give you a fast flow. I'm gonna give you some hard hit, undeniable fucking facts." But Leo, it feels like you kind of had this catalyst that transitioned you from just being an everyday bedroom rapper spitting with your friends to actually taking it serious. What do you think that moment was that made you like switch and
Oh man. Yeah, I can tell you, dude. I was at a point in my life where I was like just very unhappy, man. You know, things was difficult. I was down on my luck, and my license was suspended, and I was working in a different county. So I would take the train to the bus to work, and then bus to train back home. And yeah, man, I was just down. And one thing that always made me feel like good, or like gave me some relief, was rapping and writing. And now I hadn't. This is probably when I must have been like 26. Yeah, it must have been 26. So I had kind of like stopped writing and rapping because I didn't see it as like a career. Like these people that I listen to, like I consider them like godly, you know, or at least at that time I was like, man, these people are phenomenal, you know what I mean? Like I'm no good. I just like listening to good people. So anyway, so I'm like, I'm down on my luck, not really feeling good about where I am in life. But I'm still making the daily commute, you know, I'm staying on my responsibilities as much as I don't want to. I'm doing it, you know. And like I said, writing and rapping was something that always gave me relief, a sense of like pride, of accomplishment. And so I'm writing rhymes on the train. I'm doing this every day now because that's one of the benefits of fucking public transit is you're not responsible for driving, right? So I'm writing, and I just thought to myself, I was like, man, I've never. I was 26. I was like, I've never performed any of my stuff or like shared any of my stuff, really, you know. I've never went in front of a crowd to do it. So I was on the bus and I was like, let me go freaking like look up some spots that I could go do this, like open mics and shit. So I went on this catalog search of open mics and I wrote I still have the paper and I wrote at least like 30 different open mics that were happening on different days, of course. And I put them on a calendar. And I was like, okay, I'm gonna try and knock all of these out. Just for shits and giggles, you know what I'm saying? I was like, maybe I get in front of people and they like my shit, maybe they fucking hate it, whatever the case may be. But I'm gonna just go do it. So when I started doing it, um, I saw that, you know, people liked it, you know what I'm saying? Like people were rocking with it. A big thing in hip hop is, I mean, like what I call like the head nod effect, where like if you got people jamming your shit and they're just like on beat, don't gotta be no crazy dancing or nothing, but like at least from the stuff that I listen to and that I rock for the most part, especially at that time, if you can get somebody like just shut the fuck up and just fucking nod, just fucking like yeah, you're hit, you know what I mean? So everywhere I went, like I was getting pretty like really good fucking response and feedback and like real time crowd feedback, like what I observed from the crowd. Those things that I would critique myself on that I can do better, of course. But the important thing was that initial response of me getting out there and sharing my stuff, and people were receptive. You know what I'm saying? People were fucking with it. To say in plainer terms, people were just fucking with it, and I was like, oh shit. So then from then I was like, damn, like maybe I should like just continue doing it because I feel good when I do it. I feel great. Like I say, it's a method of therapy for me, really. Um, and so then I was like, maybe I should take this a little bit more seriously. Whether something big happens or not, it's not so important to me. But I'm gonna do it because I feel good, and I potentially can make other people feel good too. And then also like the aspect of meeting like-minded people, and then and ciphering, because that's really my favorite thing to do when you get into like a circle, and whether people are spitting writtens or they're freestyling, that's my favorite scenario to happen on a night. Is there's a speaker there and his MCs are coming to spit, because we're all trying to outdo each other, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I just love that. But so that was the moment, you know what I'm saying? I just wasn't feeling my life, and this was just one thing that kind of like was a confidence, a reinforcement of my confidence, because I love doing it, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
For everything that was going wrong, this was something within my control that I could make go right, or at least I wanted to try to, and it worked out because people were fucking with it.
Good. That's quite cool how Florida has 30 open mics for you to pick from, and our overhead is like 6 or 7.
Damn. Well, I mean, you know the deal, bro. You lived out here, bro. We got the Tri-County, man. From Palm Beach to Miami, there's a lot going on.
And you took my ass to my first open mic ever. You did that. All right, you took me out in Hollywood, and I was so nervous to perform, learn a lot about performing that day. And yeah, I feel like Florida is such an amazing hub for you to like meet so many different connections and so many different people. Speaking of which, so when it comes to connections with people, what do you think has been the best experience so far? What's like been the best high of meeting people out in South Florida? And what do you think has been the toughest struggle you faced so far when it comes to like breaking through the scene on in South Florida?
All right, so a couple. I have a few like best experiences or like notable moments. One is when I met. It was this thing at this place called Pause, and there was, oh my gosh, what was it called? Oh my goodness, it wasn't just Hang Time. It was called Hang Time at Pause, and it was advertised as like a freestyling segment. So this is where I met a good friend of mine, Wody. Now you know Wody.
Yeah.
He's the captain of Cyph and Sesh. You know what I'm saying? He's the one that had the idea and the inspiration for it, and he invited me along, and I just try and help facilitate the whole idea and mission of Cyph and Sesh, whatever part I can play. So that's where I met Wody, man. It's been a great journey with my boy ever since. He's the one that actually made the connection for us to go to Japan. Him, Flip, and myself, we all went as a trio to Japan, and it was a blast of a time, man. It's a wonderful time. And another notable moment, I actually happened this year, the day before I was supposed to go to Japan, I saw Immortal Technique came to West Palm Beach to perform. Now, I'm a big Immortal Technique fan. At one point in my life, I was like, yo, Immortal Technique's the greatest rapper alive. You know what I mean? Things change now, but at one point, he was my fucking top. He was top.
I remember that point.
Right? Agree or disagree, it don't matter. He was the fucking shit.
Yeah, I remember when that video was Immortal Technique.
That's it, yo.
Yeah.
He'll kill you with the rhymes, and he might actually kill you.
And he might, so
it's fucking might. So anyway, the Immortal Technique was performing at Respectables, West Palm Beach. So within the Immortal Technique's crew, right, he has a label, Viper Records. There's a gentleman, Akir, which is an acronym for Always Keep It Real, right? Now, I'm a big fan of Akir. He was on Technique's label. He has his album Legacy. My brother got it from me when I was really young. I was like 13, and now I'm like 33, so it's like 20 years. You know what I'm saying? And Akir was at the show, and I was like, oh, no fucking way. Like, what are the fucking odds? I didn't think that I would see this guy. So anyways, and Respectables is somewhat of it's a great venue. It's a fucking great venue. But it's a little bit of a small, it's not so much small, but like you got access to the artist, you know what I'm saying? Because the exit stairs is in the crowd, so the motherfuckers gotta walk through you. Jeez. So they don't have a choice. You know what I mean? There's no backstage entrance.
You said you was gonna perform that. You saw the venue.
Yeah, that's it, yo. So freaking. So, anyways, they perform. They do a great show. You know what I mean? Immortal Technique always has these like monologues where he's like giving
It might cut off because it's the meeting, and if it does, it makes us wait about 5 to 10 minutes before we can start a new meeting, just to let you know. But we're gonna probably have to. If anything, I'll give you a call on the. It looks like it's about to cut off the meeting.
Oh, I see that. 24 seconds. Zoom, right?
Yeah, Zoom.
So
but it's fine that it's like recorded and everything, and it's chopping our faces. But every time I speak, then you speak, it cuts it automatically, and it's half the work that I have to do. So.
Really?
Yeah.
Well done.
Yeah, buddy.
Well done. So far, so I should just wait. Hold on, I don't hear you.
All right, we are back.
Yeah, there you go.
We're back in session. Okay. Oh yeah, we're on this because that one. Yep. All right, Mr. LeoMic. Thank you for
Yeah,
taking the time out to do this tonight.
yeah, man.
Um, outside of music, what are some things that inspire your creativity?
I mean, just everyday life, man. What I encounter uh, throughout my travels on a daily basis. If something might just bring about some inspiration. You know, I always, um, I'm always like cycling like lines through my head. So it's whatever I come across, man. Could be a scenario, could be like an interaction that I have, and I may feel good or may feel bad about it, and I might try and like make a rap. Whether I write it down or it's just in the moment.
Yeah,
You know, yeah, just day to day dealings, man. Because you can pull inspiration from anything. But if it's there, if it's not there, I don't force it. But um, not force it for like seriousness, like to be taken seriously. But I may like try and rap something, and if something cool comes, cool. If something don't come, then fuck it. I guess go
leave it
about my
until
day.
it comes. Who would you say are some of the artists that influence your sound, how you sound today?
Oh man. So that would be like Jedi Mind Tricks, Vinny Paz, Just Law, although they're not a group anymore. But Vinny Paz definitely. Sean Price, Big L, Big Pun, I think is the greatest of all time. Um, I mean, like a lot of people that everybody's listened to, Tupac, Biggie. I'm really big fans of them and their work. Doo-doo-doo. And then like underground rappers like Bad Karma, which is a group. So and that within that group there's Taboo, Cole, um, East Coast, Buttertones, you know. Um, and there's a number of other artists, Cool G Rap, Eminem, like these guys. But the ones that really influenced me would definitely be like Vinny Paz, Cole Cash, Big L, and Big Pun, and Sean Price. I love Sean Price. Sean Price is a phenomenal rapper, and he's just like a funny guy, man.
Yeah.
Funny fucking guy. A line that he does that I fucking love. He starts out the song. He goes, cause he's like a gangsta ass dude. So he goes, I love selling nicks at night. Go home to my son, smoke a spliff, and watch Nick at night. I'm like, wow, bro, that's a crazy day. You know what I mean? Like, but if that's something that he experienced, then so be it. You know what I mean? He's getting the job done, and he's spending time with his kid, so he respects
Yeah.
family.
Important. Showing the father presence.
Yep.
Uh, let's talk a little bit about your latest release, Magic City. What was the
Yes.
inspiration behind it?
Oh man, just so the beat is from Savvy the Dreamer, a good friend of mine. And what was the inspiration behind it? Well, that was the title of the beat that he gave me, right? Like when I bought it, it was titled Magic City. So when I just heard it, the way I write songs, I really just try and like listen to it over and over again, like over and over and over and over. And I'll try and like freestyle, you know. And whatever I can come up with flow wise, then when I feel like I'm coming up with something, I start writing it down. So I might like freestyle like 8 lines or 4 lines, might just be 4 lines, and I write that down and I put it to the side, and then I just continue listening. So pertaining to this track, the chorus is what came first, because it was called Magic City. So the song starts out real like light. You hear this fucking, I don't even know what it
Saxophone?
is. It a saxophone? No, it's not a
Yeah,
sax.
it is a saxophone.
Yeah,
Yeah, that smooth jazzy thing. That's a
that's a
saxophone.
sax.
Yeah,
All right, man.
it's
I'm
a
not an
yeah, yeah.
instrumentalist.
No,
Okay,
but
cool, cool.
yeah, that thing is smooth.
So you hear the sax, and
Yeah,
then when it drops in, it's just like boom. I can't do that shit right now, but it's like, and I just remember just freestyling. It's magic in the city. Oh, I know it's madness in the city. It's savage in the city. That's why my boy Savvy dropped that magic in the city. It's madness in the city. Oh, it's savage in the city. That's why my boy Savvy dropped that magic in the city. And then from there, just the verses like came. The verses came to me at that. With that song, I wrote it down in one sitting. Sometimes it happens. Sometimes it takes like a number of visits. But with this one, I just wrote it down, and it came out pretty good. I like it. You know what I'm saying? It's a real like smooth track. I could like drive and listen to it.
yeah.
I like it.
And it's also good to perform. It's a nice vibe for
Yeah,
that.
absolutely, absolutely. And it's supposed to like somewhat reflect and sum up like a cruising night in Miami or Fort Lauderdale.
Yeah.
Because those are somewhat big cities that when you drive through, there's lights to see. It's not like you're out in the booms where it's all fucking dark and such.
But they're filled. That back road down to the yeah. Oh, hello. I think it's wet. Came out of nowhere. Okay. What would you say is the song that fans will connect? Sorry, what would you say that? Okay, go sit down for a second, bud. What do you say is your song that's? How do you wear the freaking question? Which song of yours do you think fans connect with the most whenever you perform? That's the question.
That fans connect with the most, man.
Yeah. What makes the fans go crazy?
I don't know if they go crazy, bro, but that they connect with the most, it will probably be like Ride All Night, The Funk. Yeah, Ride All Night or The Funk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think the funk has some good crowd answer back,
Yeah, because I actively need the participation,
Yeah.
Or
It's me. I got it. All right, you got it. Calm down, buddy. You got the funk.
Yo, no, with that song, I do enjoy performing that song. It's nothing but fun,
Yeah.
Ride All Night is fun too. I mean, I do get a kick out of performing that one because it's like a love song, but it's such like raunchy imagery. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
it's not supposed to be there. So it's like a little bit of irony, and that's why I like performing that song because it's a love song, but just the illustrations that I speak of is like, woof. I don't think this is a good kind of love. You know what I mean?
He's like, yeah, this love is that parent kind of love. It's fucking.
Yeah, man. Like what I say, she rides all night like a crackhead on a bike, or a husband angry in search of his wife. That's like, oof. I don't think you want that,
Yeah.
Or do you? I don't know. That's for the individual to figure out.
When did you say that track was coming out with DJ Savvy, the next release?
Oh, Collect the Greens is gonna come out this month.
Tell me a little bit about it.
So it's by Savvy the Dreamer once again, coming through with these fucking phenomenal ass productions. It's about getting money, man. it's about getting money, but not it's like it's a me getting money track. You know, it's not like, oh, get money, money, get money, money, money. Although that's a good song, is how I paint the picture, and like what I try and do is, I don't know. I guess I just try to like verbalize a bunch of illustrations to people, you know, and I try to put it in like rhyme format. So that's what I do. But it's about getting cash, man. You know.
About getting the money, getting the greens.
Yes.
Do you what? Don't know why I'm getting so messed up on my questions. What are the next projects you got coming up? You got any events coming up? You got any more tours that you're going on? Any shows that you're doing? What's the next things look like for LeoMic?
Yo, so project wise, Cyph and Sesh is gonna be dropping the our second tape within a few months, once a date is agreed upon, but we pretty much have it done. I'm actively working on a project separate from these songs with Savvy the Dreamer called Late Night Driving, and me and my other boy Switch, we're formulating a project because we have a number of tracks done, so we're just gonna fill out the rest of them and make a project together. So I got those three in the works. And nice shows and such. Well, we're actually gonna go on like a small little mini tour. Cyph and Sesh is going to we're gonna roll out to Tampa. Right, we're gonna roll out to Tampa and hit the weekend. You know, it's a long weekend, so we're gonna do like a Thursday, Friday, Saturday, return on Sunday thing, and so that's gonna happen in 2 weeks. We're gonna do that in June, and then we have Cyph and Sesh again. We're gonna be performing at this anime. It's called the Anime Freak Off, so I don't really know what to expect.
Sounds like furries with fat asses.
I don't know, man. I mean, I might just perform and break out, but if it looks like a good time, I may just hang around a little bit
and actually break out.
I was thinking of dressing like Samurai Jack.
That'd be cool.
You know, I mean, I have a sword, so they'll fit. Anybody fucks with me too much, I pull the sword out. It's done, son. But yeah, bro, that's what's on the scope right now. We're looking to do another tour. If not by the end of the year, by next year, and we just haven't decided the destination yet.
Well, if I manage to make a trip out to London, you think you would want to come out to
Hell yeah, you kidding me? Yeah. I would love to go to London and rap. What the fuck?
London scene though, they got some spit rhyming spitters and they take that shit serious.
All right, well done. Well, I take it serious too, so it's the feeling's mutual.
But that would be cool to go rap at some England venues.
100%.
Have to look into that. I wouldn't even know where to even start. Well, yeah, you would. Yeah,
that's how we did it online. And with all this AI now, AI does have to work for you as far as finding venues. You just type it in, hip hop venues and such and such. That's what we did with Tokyo, and it worked.
Yeah.
Yeah. Then we just contacted them, and it all worked out.
Who spoke Japanese?
Well, Wody actually was heavy on the translating. He don't speak Japanese, but he was using whatever tools he had, you know.
That's pretty good. Yeah, buddy. Yeah. Yeah, these questions are whack. I'm not gonna actually talk about this. If you had $1,000 to grow your career, what would you do with it? No. Actually, what would you do if 1,000 can't grow your career? It could help out in different ways. What would you do with that $3,000?
Damn, bro. I don't know, man.
There's so many different avenues you could take with only $1,000. You know?
Yeah, I'm not the best with like knowledge of how to. I mean, sad to say, right? But I'm not the best with like how to expand a career. But what I would do, just from experience, and I mean, going on this trip, I would probably plan another like trip to another country and actively, with the purpose of doing my music out there,
Yeah.
Hitting open mics, or if I could set up some like locked in performances, that would of course be better. But that's what I would do with that $3,000. I would probably plan another like small tour. Yeah, probably somewhere like around the way. Mm-hmm.
Do you think that Colombia would have like a good reception for like different types of music than the traditional Latino?
Yeah, there's big hip hop scene in Colombia. Hell yeah.
Yeah, like you doing a tour in Colombia that'd be dope.
That's one of the spots in discussion, man.
Yeah,
if not this year, maybe next year we're gonna rock it. So
yeah, man. So I think it's been a pretty good, well-rounded interview. Is there anything that you think we left off that you want to include to tell the people about anything that you got going on?
Well, I named those projects
Yeah.
just a moment ago. With Switch, with Cyph and Sesh, with Savvy the Dreamer, the performances that we have lined up. Teaming up with Cyph and Sesh, teaming up with Matt Brown and this other gentleman, DJ Full Court, really good guy. Anything else that I want to mention? I'm just like I said, I'm trying to stay consistent and stay motivated and just keep pace with the work that we're doing as a team and individually. Like we have this other segment called a 10 block, where it's a collaborative studio session.
Yeah.
So we invite a number of artists and that we've seen around the way that we may like what they do, and we invite them in on a session. We collect the production and they got to do the homework, and then we meet on studio day and we record. And we get a lot done. We've done it before. We're doing it a little bit more structured this time, but it's exciting. It's exciting because we're bringing all these different people in the room, and with the goal to create some magic, And so I'm excited for it. That's coming up in 2 weeks. So.
All right, man. Yo, LeoMic. The official LeoMic, thank you so much for taking the time to sit down with me today to do this interview and telling the people about yourself. Yeah, I'm going to make sure all the links are in the description so you guys can see exactly where to follow, subscribe, and leave comments and spamming with likes and all of those things. Yeah, LeoMic, thank you so much for taking the time out today.
Yo, man, thank you, dude. Shout out Conarly, Toldya Records, we coming through. Cyph and Sesh, Wody, Flip, that's the team. Conarly, you the man, dog. Thank you for having me.
Yeah. Thank you.
All
yeah,
right,
buddy.
Yo. You have a good night.
You do the same one.